Hi, Paul Blackburn here with a quick heads up on something I'm sure you'll want to know about. So if you're like me, you put plenty into making your life work. By the time we get our meditating, our working, our eating healthy, our exercising and our relationship building done, the day's pretty much well and truly spent. So we do plenty, but do we get plenty? Well, the evidence is that we have plenty. Gadget sales are still ballistic. Savings are at an all-time high. Organic foods everywhere. The gyms are full. The cruise industry is exploding. They can't build boats quick enough. New car sales are through the roof, and sure, they can't sell Holden and Falcons, but the BMWs and the Mercedes-Benzes and the Porsches are racing out the door. Interest rates are ridiculously low, but are we happy? Well, apparently not. Depression is still our fastest growing disease. The divorce rate has settled in at 1 out of 2, or if you prefer, 50%. Obesity is giving depression a run for its money. Stress leave continues to cost billions and billions. Bullying at school and work has teachers pulling their hair out. And more people have dinner while watching a screen than ever. Although now what they're doing is they're buying stuff while they're looking at that screen. So, what's the problem? Well, we have and we do so much, yet the satisfaction and fulfillment we expected to arrive as a consequence of reaching our goals has failed to materialise. It's no secret that happiness is actually our real goal. To find it, we'll have to work smarter, not harder. You can't just get more and more stuff and expect happiness to turn up when it hasn't already. Now, how can I help you with that? Well, it's a lot simpler than it might appear. About a year ago, we ran a once-only workshop called Creating Happiness. It was about the master habits that ensure happiness. Now, what on earth are they? Well, you might call them secrets because they're not really understood in our culture. Not surprising, they're not used much at all, even by the super achievers. And perhaps obviously they just aren't taught by anybody. So the Creating Happiness workshop was an outstanding success. And we know that because we have heaps of people involved in the spin-off mentoring program that's been running ever since. So we've decided to run it again. Now, how come when we said it was a once-off? Well, the truth is that we keep getting calls asking you if we have recordings, PowerPoints, notes, etc. from people who want to go over the material. Like I said, that's people primarily in the mentoring program that just kind of evolved out of that workshop. And we, and really that means me, have learnt so much since we ran that workshop that an update is really appropriate. And there are literally hundreds of new people on our database who've never had the chance to attend. So 3 good reasons for me to drop a weekend and see what we could do. So if you saw it before, if you missed it before, or if you didn't know us before, this is your opportunity. If feeling like you're in flow appeals, if more time and space would work for you, if finding ease and grace is your dream, if living by your values feels right, if you want work to be uplifting, if you want more for less, then this workshop is for you. Specifically, what we'll be dealing with is increasing your energy flow, making more money with less effort, deepening your relationships, making better decisions, tapping into happiness right now, actually being healthier, working smarter instead of harder, and finding that extra time each day that would change things completely. So, what's the offer, I hear you say? Well, it's on again, but different because it's half new because of the updating and the upgrading that I want to do to it. It's a weekend, so most people should be able to make it. We've chosen Sydney because it's easy to get to. It's on Saturday the 14th and Sunday the 15th of September. Saturday will be 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. I want you to note that early or that late start. Sunday will be 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. Take note of that late finish. So the late start on Saturday is so you can fly in on Saturday morning if you've got to come from interstate. And of course the early finish on Sunday is so you can get back out again, so that if budget's an important thing for you, then you've just got one night in Sydney, not 3. Last week we had room for 100 people and we booked 140 because there was an avalanche and our phone lines went down. So we solved the problem by renting a bigger room in the same building. This year we don't have that option, so it's first in, best dressed. Tickets are $97 a head, which, if I may be so bold as to say, is way less than it'll cost you to not know this information. In case the thought hadn't occurred to you, the greatest gift that I can give you is what I have the least of, and that's time. I don't think it's news to you that $97 for 2 days with me is way under the norm. So, just treat it as a gift. The $97 is really just there to cover the cost, renting the room, that kind of stuff. Other than that, it's a straight out gift from us. So how do you get one of those 100 seats? Well, trust me, they are going to go. So, call Angela in our office. Have your credit card handy so she can do all of that. The number is 02 6247 8336. Then you can ring Virgin and find a cheap seat. And we'll have some fun together. I'm really, really looking forward to spending some time with you.